In this episode of the Simply Brilliant Show, I'm coming to you from Long Island, where I'm actually working on a job for a client. I'm on standby, and we're going to talk a little bit about sort of responsibility, what it is that we do, being true to yourself, and also leading by example. It's been a little while since I've actually been a chauffeur for my business. When we started the company, we were short staff, and oftentimes I would find myself jumping into the vehicle to satisfy a client's demands and to grow the business. And I think that that's really, really important, that you have that leadership ability and the belief that, you know, you're not bigger or better than anything else or anybody else in your organization. And so the ability to do any job, I think, is a important trait for an entrepreneur. And so roll up your sleeves and get it done, and also show the rest of your team that whether they're this title or that title or manager or whatever, that you expect similar. And so it's been a little while since we've grown, we've scaled. I haven't had to jump into duty too often, but I'm often on location for weddings and events and meeting with clients and actively involved, as you know, but just not literally behind the wheel of a vehicle. So let me tell you why I'm here and what I think about it. We have a great relationship with a very trusted and valued client, and they had an emergency need, and we were completely sold out today. It's a really busy day. It's spring. You can see the trees are starting to bud and flowers, and it's gorgeous out here in Long Island. And they had an emergency need, and we're sold out. So I thought about a few different ways to maneuver my day and schedule different things, and I realized that I was able to do it. And from a purely transactional dollars and cents perspective, this doesn't make a lot of sense. In other words, I think that there's greater value to growing my business if I were to spend the time and energy in other tasks other than, say, chauffeuring an individual. But that's kind of short-term thinking, and that's the point of this story here. If you think about what's really important in building a business and in being true to yourself and your core values, if you will, mine is all about relationships. And so I can't think of anything that would be more important for me to do today than to grow an existing highly valued relationship by performing and going above and beyond their call of duty. Whether they're surprised, whether they're pleased, whether they're grateful, is really the wrong thing to think about, because I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my core belief system that relationships are valued and important and will be key in growing our business, and it's a core fundamental element to the way that I believe I should be leading and living my life. So if that's all true, and I have a valued relationship that needs assistance, and I can rejigger my day and move some things around and get that done, then I must do that. And while this individual relationship may or may not be the most important one for the growth of our business, although it might, it's a belief system that doing the right thing consistently, perpetually, over long periods of time will yield results. And so my belief is that focusing on relationships, doing what I can to grow those relationships, irrespective of the gratitude or the appreciation or the concern about the transactional value of that one trip, will lead results. And if I do this sort of relationship building once, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times over the course of my professional career, my personal relationships, I think I win. And that's the bet that I'm making. So while it's a little bit strange for me to be behind the chauffeur wheel, again, I'm happy to do it. I think it sends a great message to our valued client. I think it sends a great message to our team. And I wanted to share all of this with the Simply Brilliant audience to let you think about what you might do differently if you stop to think about things other than, is it worth my time, and what's the value of the transaction, and so on, and you take a longer term strategic view about your life and what's important and what are your fundamental core beliefs and what do you want to do. And for me, I would rather have a handful or a dozen or a couple of dozen incredibly valuable relationships where we have trust and we've built a partnership versus a lot of individual transactions that are say more retail oriented, and the dollars might be similar, they might be bigger, they might be less. It's just not the way that I think about my life and what I place importance on. So, coming to you from Long Island, I'm about to sign off. I'm on standby, I'm early, I'm waiting for my next instructions, and I'm thrilled to be here. So thank you very much. Please share this with anybody that you think would benefit from it. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, please hit me up on Twitter or Snapchat. We'd love to help and figure out how we might be able to solve some of your concerns or issues. Thank you so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And one note on that, I can't tell you how many people I haven't seen or spoken to in 10 years, 20 years or longer. And the first thing that they say when they see me is, hey, I watched this episode, I watched that episode. So it's amazing and I really appreciate it. And in fact, I would take it full circle and say, perhaps we're reconnecting after 15 or 20 years because of these episodes and us being out here and transparent and sharing with you some of our thoughts and beliefs and all that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please share, stay tuned. There's more to come, and really appreciate your viewership. Thanks again. Have a great day.